Oh, it itches so bad. Hi guys. My eyeball itches so bad. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's been itching me all day. Oh gosh. I don't know if I need eye drops in there or what. I got some around here somewhere. I'm gonna look for some more of that dry eye stuff, eye drops at the Dollar Tree next month, see if I can find some. I got them in Chillicothe months ago and gave them to Mom because she's got dry eyes. I wished I would have kept one to try or got me one. Anyway, where's my glasses?
No, we haven't seen them.
Where's my glasses? I thought the eye drops was... There they are. Might as well put it in both while I'm doing it. Not crying, I promise.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. Hopefully that'll stop. Take 2 allergy medicines, you think that would help, but... well, they might want to give me 3 or 4 more.
I'll take 3.
You take 3 allergy medicines? I thought 2 was bad. Alright. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 54 through chapter 52, verse 34 today. Get that light out of my face. A voice, a cry from Babylon, the noise of great destruction from the land of the Chaldeans. For the Lord is laying Babylon waste and stilling her mighty voice. Their waves roar like many waters. The noise of their voice is raised, for a destroyer has come up on her, up on Babylon. Her warriors are taken, their bows are broken in pieces. For the Lord is a God of recompense. He will surely repay. I will make drunk her officials and her wise men, her governors, her commanders, and her warriors. They shall sleep a perpetual sleep and not wake, declares the King, whose name is the Lord of hosts. Thus says the Lord of hosts, the broad wall of Babylon shall be leveled to the ground, and her high gates shall be burned with fire. The peoples labor for nothing, and the nations weary themselves only for fire. The word that Jeremiah the prophet commanded Sarai the son of Neri, son of Maaseiah, when he went with Zedekiah king of Judah to Babylon in the 4th year of his reign. Sarai was the quartermaster. Jeremiah wrote in a book all the disaster that should come upon Babylon. All these words that are written concerning Babylon. And Jeremiah said to Sarai, when you come to Babylon, see that you read all these words, and say, O Lord, you have said concerning this place that you will cut it off, so that nothing shall dwell in it, neither man nor beast, and it shall be desolate forever. When you finish reading this book, tie a stone to it and cast it into the midst of the Euphrates, and say, thus shall Babylon sink, to rise no more, because of the disaster that I am bringing upon her, and they shall become exhausted. Thus far are the words of Jeremiah. The fall of Jerusalem recounted. Zedekiah was 21 years old when he became king, and he reigned 11 years in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Hamutal, the daughter of Jeremiah of Libnah. And he did what was evil in the sight of the Lord, according to all that Jehoiakim had done. For because of the anger of the Lord, it came to the point in Jerusalem and Judah that he cast them out from his presence. And Zedekiah rebelled against the king of Babylon. And in the 9th year of his reign, in the 10th month, on the 10th day of the month, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came with all his army against Jerusalem and laid siege to it. And they built siege works all around it. So the city was besieged till the 11th year of King Zedekiah. On the 9th day of the 4th month, the famine was so severe in the city that there was no food for the people of the land. Then a breach was made in the city, and all the men of war fled and went out from the city by night by the way of a gate between two walls by the king's garden, and the Chaldeans were around the city. Excuse me. And they went in the direction of the Arba. But the army of the Chaldeans pursued the king and overtook Zedekiah in the plains of Jericho, and all his army was scattered from him. Then they captured the king and brought him up to the king of Babylon at Riblah in the land of Hamath, and he passed sentence to him. The king of Babylon slaughtered the sons of Zedekiah before his eyes, and also slaughtered all the officials of Judah at Riblah. He put out the eyes of Zedekiah and bound him in chains, and the king of Babylon took him to Babylon and put him in prison till the day of his death. Now we're going to talk about the temple being burned. In the 5th month of the 10th day of the month, that was the 19th year of King Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, Nebuzaradan, the captain of the bodyguard who served the king of Babylon, entered Jerusalem, and he burned the house of the Lord, and the king's house, and all the houses of Jerusalem. Every great house he burned down, and all the army of the Chaldeans who were with the captain of the guard broke down all the walls around Jerusalem. And Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, carried away captive some of the poorest of the people, and the rest of the people who were left in the city, and the deserters who had deserted to the king of Babylon, together with the rest of the artisans. But Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, left some of the poorest of the land to be vine dressers and plowmen. And the pillars of bronze that were in the house of the Lord, and the stands and the bronze sea that were in the house of the Lord, the Chaldeans broke in pieces and carried all the bronze to Babylon. And they took away the pots and the shovels and the snuffers and the basins and the dishes for incense and all the vessels of bronze used in the temple service. Also the small bowls and fire pans and the basins and the pots and the lampstands and the dishes for incense and the bowls for drink offerings. What was of gold the captain of the guard took away as gold, and what was of silver as silver. As for the 2 pillars, the one sea, the 12 bronze bulls that were under the sea, and the stands which Solomon the king had made for the house of the Lord, the bronze of all these things was beyond weight. Excuse me. As for the pillars, the height of the one pillar was 18 cubits. Its circumference was 12 cubits, and its thickness was 4 fingers, and it was hollow. On it was a capital of bronze. The height of one capital was 5 cubits. A network and pomegranates, all of bronze, were around the capital. And the second pillar had the same, with pomegranates. They were 96 pomegranates on the sides. All the pomegranates were 100 up on the network all around. the people exiled to Babylon. And the captain of the guard took Sarai, the chief priest, and Zephani, the second priest, and the 3 keepers of the threshold. And from the city he took an officer who had been in command of the men of war, and 7 men of the king's council who were found in the city, and the secretary of the commander of the army, who mustered the people of the land, and 60 men of the people of the land, who were found in the midst of the city. And Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, took them and brought them to the king of Babylon at Riblah. And the king of Babylon struck them down and put them to death at Riblah in the land of Hamath. So Judah was taken into exile out of its land. This is the number of the people whom Nebuchadnezzar carried away captive in the 17th year, 3,023 Judeans. In the 18th year of Nebuchadnezzar, he carried away captive from Jerusalem 832 persons. In the 23rd year of Nebuchadnezzar, Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, carried away captive of the Judeans 745 persons. All the persons were 4,600. Jehoiachin released from prison. And in the 37th year of the exile of Jehoiachin, king of Judah, in the 12th month, on the 25th day of the month, evil Merodach, king of Babylon, in the year that he began to reign, graciously freed Jehoiakim, king of Judah, and brought him out of prison. And he spoke kindly to him, and gave him a seat above the seats of the kings who were with him in Babylon. So Jehoiachin put off his prison garments, and every day of his life he dined regularly at the king's table. And for his allowance, a regular allowance was given him by the king, according to his daily needs, until the day of his death, as long as he lived. That was really nice. I wonder why the king did that. You know why. Because it was God's will. It wasn't God's will for Jehoiachin to die. Alright guys, that was our Jeremiah reading for today. Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 54 through chapter 52 verse 34. Alright. Took us a little over 13 minutes. That wasn't too bad today. I'm sorry about having to keep excusing myself for my throat. I've got so much mucus in my throat. I know it's coming from my lungs, whatever's going on with my lungs. I don't know. It has to be, but my lung doctor's like, are you sure couldn't be your sinuses? I'm like, I'm on 2 sinus medications already, but I don't know. My doctor gave me prescription mucus relief stuff, but it's not helping at all. I mean, she gave me a big bottle of it. See? Mucus relief, 400 milligrams 3 times daily. And there's 9, she gave me 90, and you can see how many I got left, very few, because I take them every day, like it says, and it don't help. I don't know. I just wished it would go away, because it's making me cough, and it's just like mucus in my throat every day, every night, continually, all throughout the day. And I gotta keep clearing my throat, so I do apologize, guys. I hope it doesn't bother you guys too bad. So I just wanted to apologize for that real quick. And now I will get off of here, and I will get this published, and then I will get your New Testament Bible reading up for today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your afternoon. Bye, guys. God bless.